Are asexuality and aromanticism superior traits? It just seems like life would be a lot easier not feeling a strong urge to build romantic, sexual relationships, and people take a lot of financial, emotional, and other forms of risk trusting someone to that capacity. So if you're asexual and/or aromantic, is that need just non-existent, like my need to get an oil change? And in that case, is there any reason why you'd still rather not be asexual and/or aromantic? Context. I'm mostly straight, and while I have experienced strong desires to enter relationships with certain people throughout life, those are the situations where I've made the dumbest decisions of my life and where I have experienced the most pain. So I'm curious whether this is just a it's different sort of thing, or if me being romantically and sexually attracted to people is a flaw that we all just accept because most people are. Kind of like our need for water. If I could get rid of that, I absolutely would. But nobody's going to tell you it's a flaw because it's expected.
I think it's a superior trait if you wish to die rich and alone. The easy path is easy because there is no benefit. A lack of resistance means nothing is earned or learned. Relationships are difficult, and rightfully so. You shouldn't be looking for but a best friend. Best friends aren't made in a day, and some people just aren't friend material. The hard part is figuring out what both of you want in that. If you're young, you are drowning in easy socialization. That evaporates quicker than you think, and soon it'll be a desert. I guess what I'm getting as is, dating is rough, but you've got to get back out there. Your friends will become busy with work, or babies, or marriage. Then you're on your own. Loneliness was a blessing when I was in college, now it's a curse.
I'm already alone. I'm 23, and the socialization already dried up. I had plenty of friends in high school, but I graduated and got jobs where my coworkers were first much younger me, then much older than me. So I retained 2 of my friends from high school and made 3 new ones, but nobody lives here. The only local friend I had turned out to be really abusive toward my other friend, and the one I made while living here moved away. So I guess I'm kind of doomed, haha. There's just no good way to meet people. Oh, and I go to college online. I guess I did make more friends when we did a residency at the school, but again, it's just a group chat.
It's tougher to find friends outside of college, but it's doable. I'm not much older than you and had a similar time straight out of college. I can only advise on how I got to where I am, but the cusp of what I'm saying is to find a space where people exist physically and share similar interests. YouTube kept recommending me Warhammer lore, and curiosity bit me, and I went to a hobby shop with tabletop games. Some of those guys were dicks, but some were more than happy to discuss the lore and how the game worked. I also wanted to ride motorcycles, so I took a leap of faith and did a riding class. Yeah, I like boy stuff. From there, I found a group hike on Facebook and met some older folks who were nice, and ended up getting introduced to their kids at lunch who happened to be in a similar sort of situation. For me, it was building the confidence and pushing myself to do things I wouldn't otherwise do. I had so much free time that, why not? The worst thing we can do is waste our weekends. I love video games and play them far too much. But my goal was to go out and do something once a week, even if alone. Now I have a boyfriend. By having those friends, who I meet by pushing myself outside of my comfort zone.